So today we're going to go over the Research Park route, the AM portion. So first thing you will do is take a right out of the VA Loop onto Newton Road. The speed limit on Newton Road is 20 miles per hour, and remember that the speed limit over the speed bumps is 15. So this is your first mandatory stop, which is Murph. Make sure you pull up with plenty of room behind you so that another bus can service or begin servicing this stop as well as you. So this is your second mandatory stop, the PBDB. And you'll exit that and continue down the hill towards the stoplight. At the stoplight, you will take a left onto Riverside Drive. You will get into the right lane when you make that left. So you will continue straight and make sure you watch the curves on this road. Currently the speed limit is 30 miles per hour, but it will soon change to 35 miles an hour. Be sure to be aware of the stoplights on this road. They can change abruptly. You will continue straight onto 2nd Street. At the stoplight ahead, you will take a right onto 1st Ave. You will turn into the right lane because pretty quickly there is an optional stop. Here's the optional stop right next to Panera. The speed limit on 1st Ave is 25 miles per hour. You will stop at these railroad tracks. Even if the light is green, make sure that you stop at these railroad tracks. Directly past this stoplight on the right side of the road is an optional stop, IRL. Be sure to look out for any passengers that may want to get on your bus at that stop. Once you've passed the IRL stop, you can go ahead and get into the left lane when it is safe. The speed limit changes from 25 to 35 miles an hour. You want to make sure to stay in the left lane when approaching the roundabout. You are going to take the second exit and you will stay in the left lane for the duration of the roundabout. You will take the second exit onto Holiday Road. The speed limit on Holiday Road is 25. Shortly after you exit the roundabout, there will be an optional stop on your right. There is another optional stop. And yet another optional stop. Be sure that you are staying true to the speed limit. There are a lot of pedestrians in this area, a lot of children living in this residential zone, so be sure to be on the lookout. And now this is the fourth and final optional stop on Holiday Road, going this direction. When you're approaching this roundabout, you will take the first exit, so technically take a right, onto 12th Avenue. Make sure to take it slow and watch your mirrors on the signs. There is an optional stop, the first one on 12th Avenue. The speed limit on 12th Avenue is 25 miles per hour. There is another optional stop. And then there's a third optional stop. Below the hill, there are railroad tracks, so make sure that you stop. They can be a little bit difficult to see, so if you need to inch up, do so. You will continue straight until you get to the intersection of 12th Avenue and Oakdale Boulevard. You will take a left, so get into the left turn lane. This is a four-way stop, so make sure that you are watching traffic. Once you make this turn, there will be an optional stop that is on your right, amongst the trees. Once you pass that optional stop, there is going to be a left turn right ahead. You'll take that onto Oakdale Road. Be sure to watch the curves on this road because they're pretty tight and there's no clear definition of a center line, so it's hard to know where your bus is supposed to be on the road. Up ahead is the temporary mandatory East Lot North stop. Again, be conscious of the curves. It's hard to know where your lane is, and also there's a lot of construction vehicles that are often on the right side of the road. Coming up, there is a stop sign. Make sure to stop behind the stop sign. It is downhill, so be sure to stop directly behind the stop sign. Once traffic is clear, you're going to take a left onto Oakdale Boulevard. You can use a good chunk of overhang on this turn. You are going to continue on Oakdale Boulevard. The speed limit here is 35 miles an hour. Up ahead, there will be railroad tracks. You want to make sure to stay in the left lane and stop at the railroad tracks. Once you stop at the railroad tracks, be sure to proceed forward. Up ahead, you are going to take a left onto Cross Park Road. Be sure to watch cross traffic. On your right, there is an optional stop, Hygienic Lab West. Directly after that, there is the right turn into the parking lot. Be sure to take up the other lane because it is tight. Then you will proceed around the parking lot to the left. Be sure to watch out for cars coming or going. Again, the lanes aren't clear, so drive down the middle unless another car comes at you. At the stop sign, you will take a left. And then directly on your right, there's a temporary mandatory stop for IREH. Once you've serviced that stop, you'll proceed straight to the stop sign. At the stop sign, you will take a left onto Postal Road. Be sure to watch out for any cars. It's very tight. Also, right on the right is the old mandatory IREH stop when there wasn't construction, just so you're aware. You will continue around the curve. On your right, there is an optional stop of the Hygienic Lab East. At the stop sign, you will continue straight across all lanes of traffic, which is 4. Be sure to really watch out for what the cars are doing. Speed limit is 25 miles an hour. There is an optional stop on your right. There are only 2 optional stops on this side of the road, one right at the beginning and one towards the end. Again, watch your curves. Here is the other optional stop on your right. At the stop sign, you will take a right onto University Parkway. Up ahead, there are railroad tracks that are used every once in a while, so be cautious and make sure to stop at them. Up ahead, we will take the second exit onto University Court. At the roundabout ahead, you will take the second exit onto Ridgeway Drive. Be sure to use plenty of overhang. The speed limit here is 25 miles per hour. Again, watch the curves. We recommend taking the curves at 15 miles per hour. Up ahead, you will take the next right into the parking lot of. At the median, you will take a left. Be sure to avoid the square boxes on your right. When you stop at the SSB stop, be sure to pull up far enough to clear the crosswalk. You will exit the parking lot to the left. Up ahead, there will be a sidewalk that you will stop behind. This is a mandatory stop. Then you will take a left and be sure to avoid the hydrant. Don't use overhang. You will now head back to the roundabout. And you will take the first exit on the roundabout onto University Court. And then you will continue straight to the next roundabout. And here you will take the second exit onto University Parkway. As always, be sure to watch the curbs. Upcoming on your right is the optional stop Stem East. At the stop sign, you will get into the left turn lane, and then you will turn left onto Oakdale Boulevard. Be sure not to use too much overhang with this turn. And then you will pass where you would normally turn for the east lot and continue straight onto Oakdale Boulevard. Speed limit here is 35 miles an hour. Be sure to watch for pedestrians. Up ahead, right before the stop sign, there is an optional stop that is frequently used. At the stop sign, you will take a right onto 12th Avenue. Speed limit is still 25 miles per hour. We will make sure that we stop at these railroad tracks. Up ahead is another optional stop on your right. And then another optional stop on your right. And then the last optional stop on 12th Avenue will be on your right here. As you're approaching the roundabout up ahead, be sure to know that it's very tight and you do have to take the third exit. You can take this without going on the median directly, but it will be tight, so be sure to be cautious of any cars around you. And make sure to take it slow. Be sure to watch your mirrors and your back right tire towards the end when you exit. Pretty close to right away, you will have another optional stop on your right. So now you're on Holiday Road, and again, speed limit is 25 miles per hour. Your second optional stop will be coming up on your right about now. And then your third optional stop will be coming up right about now. The last optional stop on Holiday Road will be pretty close to right before you enter the roundabout. For this roundabout, you will be taking the first exit back onto First Ave. You want to make sure that you stay in the right lane because later on you will potentially service an optional stop on the right side of the road. The speed limit here is 35 miles per hour. Once you've passed the bridge, the speed limit changes from 35 to 25 miles per hour. Up here is the IRL West stop. It's optional. After you service that stop, or don't service it, you will get into the left lane because there are no more stops on this road. Optional, mandatory, or otherwise. Make sure to stop at the railroad tracks. Again, even if the light is green, be sure to stop. Speed limit again, 25 miles per hour. As you're approaching the light, you will get into the first left turn lane, the inside one. You will take a left onto 2nd Street and get into the right lane. On your right, there is an optional stop of the softball complex. If you service the softball complex, you will pull into the cutout. We will continue on 2nd Street. The speed limit is 35 miles an hour. At the light, we will continue straight. And then we will turn right on the access road and follow that to Newton Road. At the stop sign up here, we will stay in the lane that we are in, but we are the only ones that have a stop sign. Oncoming traffic doesn't have to stop, and the traffic to the left has a yield sign. There's an optional stop right here on your right. Speed limit on Newton Road again is 20 miles per hour, but it's very bumpy, so I recommend 15 miles per hour, especially going down this hill. Up here is the entrance to the VA loop, and so you will take a right into that. And you will pull all the way up to make sure you give the other buses that will pull up behind you plenty of room. And you will stop with the manhole in your doors.